Well, it is just after 7 o'clock in the morning. It's Tuesday and we're about to hit the road for a week in the southeast. So we're heading to Mount Gambier, Bordertown, Keith, Mundulla, Padthaway. Should be a great time. I'm still waking up.
Be brave with your life. It's easy to be brave when you've got good coffee in your belly. You feel like you can do anything. All for one. Jesus was all for one. School number 2 shows 3, 4, 5.
So essentially we frame the high school presentation by just kind of acknowledging that there's going to be parts of the story that might be hard to believe for them, that there might be things that they hear that are just kind of way too out there. And so we make a link with the TV show Stranger Things, and we kind of bring up how in watching a show like that, which has a lot of unbelievable elements and things that are kind of larger than life, that actually to be able to really connect with that story and to feel the impact of it, you kind of have to suspend your skepticism just for a minute. The intention there is to ask the students, would they be willing for the duration of our presentation to do the same thing? Would they be willing to suspend their skepticism just for a minute to see whether the story that we share about Jesus and about Easter, whether that could connect with them in any kind of way? Many of the students that we're sharing with, they would be familiar with this story, and a lot of them probably not hold to a belief in that story. And so maybe straight away that could cause them to kind of switch off and not be super engaged in what we're sharing. But what we're trying to do is just set it up in a way that acknowledges that that might be how they're feeling, and kind of offering this alternate route that says, hey, maybe just pause all of those thoughts for a second and see if there's anything in this story that could connect with you.
Yeah, that's cool. Because I mean, we're not, like, it's not a strange thing to do that. Like, I think of, like, going to the movies and you've got that one friend who's sitting next to you, and just every scene that comes up, like, nah, no way, that couldn't happen. Nah, that's unbelievable. So it's like, dude, we're watching Superman here. Like, just let go of that. Just suspend your skepticism. Let's just enjoy the story. Let's just enjoy, like, what's happening. Like, what parts of this actually do connect and do something in your soul, rather than just switching off straight away.
And I think what's really important, kind of coupled with that invitation to suspend their skepticism, is our acknowledgement that actually this story is real for us and it has impacted us in a way that's really life-changing, and not shying away from that. And I think that and maybe suspending your belief for a second can make way for for connection and for impact, but ultimately then like considering that, hey, this story could be true, and then what does that mean for me?
As far as communicating something goes, if you're bringing a story or a concept which is kind of big for your listeners to hear, sometimes one of the great things you can do is almost like preempt their thoughts, or as you're sharing, preempt the things that are going through their mind. So for us to acknowledge with this Jesus story, there's parts of this which are like hard to believe, or like unbelievable, or exceptionally strange. To be able to preempt that and say, we acknowledge that this is a strange thing, can kind of disarm them in a way and sort of allow them to kind of settle back into what you're actually saying. And I feel like, you could easily come back and go, well, if you're acknowledging the strangeness of the story, aren't you essentially saying that it's untrue? Whereas it's like, no, it's not saying that. It's going, this story is strange. If it's the first time you're hearing it, or it's the first time you're hearing someone coming back to life, I acknowledge that is weird and out there. But is it possible still? Is it possible? As soon as we hear the story out, we get to that place where we can suspend skepticism, suspend belief, connect with the characters. There's power in the story, and then you couple that with people all over the world subscribing to this way of life, then all of a sudden it starts to do things. That's it. It's over.